freedom in mind, faith in words, pride in the soul. Happy independence to everyone. I know, children, that you won't watch this video on 15th of August, but I want to wish you independence, because independence is not only about a particular day or date, but independence, freedom should be celebrated each day, every hour, every minute and every second. Therefore, I wish all of you a very happy independence. Class 10th, we were doing chapter number 9, Theory of Supply. There are few topics only that we will be covering in this chapter. Okay, much of is not there to cover in this chapter, in this topic, Theory of Supply. So today we will be doing exceptions to the law of supply and law of supply. So before starting, let me tell you that we are just reading the law of supply so that you can connect this topic with this topic. Alright, you can follow page number 127, 127 for law of supply. Now see, law of supply is what? Law of supply says that there is a direct relationship between the price and the supply. Unlike demand, where there is an indirect relationship between the demand, between the quantity demanded and between the prices of the commodity, which says that if the prices of the commodity increases, demand decreases, and if the prices of the commodity decreases, the demand increases. Law of supply is opposite to law of demand. Why? Because it says that if the prices of the commodity will increase, the supply, the quantity supplied will be increasing, and if the quantity prices decreases, the quantity supplied will also decrease. Correct? So let's read that the law of supply is just the reverse of the law of demand. The law of supply expresses the relationship between the prices of the commodity and its quantity supplied. It means that simply if the prices are high, the supply will be higher. If the prices are low, the supply will be lower. Correct? Over here on the same page, we have assumptions to the law of supply. We have some assumptions which the suppliers or the economists they do or they keep in mind while putting down this theory on the economy, which is that first is control of all factors of production remain constant. A very important point, very important point over here in this law of supply. All the factors and all the cost of production of those factors of production, they remain constant. Means that any input, example land, labor, capital, their cost will remain constant. Their cost will not increase or decrease. It will not fluctuate. It will be fixed. Second is the technology level remains same. There is no change, there is no increase, there is no decrease in the level of technology in making the further production, in doing the further production. Third is the commodity is divisible. The commodity is divisible means that you can use the same commodity for the other things also. You can use one commodity, like example, you can use one factor, electricity, for several other factors or production process. Fourth is the law of supply states only a static situation. Only a static situation means that the situations over here are generally remain fixed. They don't fluctuate. They're static. They're still. Correct? Now let's come to exceptions to the law of supply, which is on page number 130, 130. Now first is price expectations. An important expectation to the law of supply is price expectation. If the sellers fear that the prices are going to fall, they may resort to panic selling. Underline this word, panic selling. Example, at lower prices, they may sell more. Price expectation means if I expect the prices to reduce in the near future, I will sell my products at maybe not highest but higher than what I am selling today. Alright, and I may sell more and more of the products even at bit lower prices. Correct? Why? Because I fear that the prices might fluctuate in the near future, because of which there might be a fluctuation in the supply as well. Second is agricultural produce. The law may not apply in case of agricultural products whose supply is governed by weather factors. If due to natural calamities, the production of food grain is low, their supply will not increase, however the price may be high. Now see that if due to natural factors, if there is natural risk, the production of food grains is low. The production of food grains is low, correct? Their supply will not increase, however the prices may be high. They will not be supplied in the market, but they will not also decrease the prices of those goods, correct? Third, rare paintings. It may quite happen that supply is more or less fixed, as in the case of rare paintings by some renowned painters and does not vary with changes in the prices. Rare paintings means that there are modern art paintings or some stuff like that whose prices, the prices for which might not decrease. Why? Because they are considered as antique pieces. They are considered as luxury items. Alright, so people, those who love that and they're willing to spend their amount, to spend the amount from their pocket on such paintings, they will buy it no matter the prices are lower or higher or the highest. Fourth is perishable goods. Sellers will be ready to sell more units of perishable commodities although their prices may be falling. Perishable goods means those goods which are not durable, which perish with the time. Correct. So if the goods are perishing with the time, the seller might be ready to sell those products at lower prices, because in the near future those goods and products will perish and they will have no value. So it is better to sell such products at lower prices than facing losses. Fifth, auction and clearance sale. The law of supply also does not hold good in case of auction and clearance sale. In case of clearance sale, supply is increased at the reduced rate. Clearance sales means you might have heard about stock clearance sales. Alright, going in, there are many brands, those who put clearance sales after a particular season or after a particular weather. Correct. So in that sense, in that case also, there is an exception to this law of demand, law of supply. Why? Because the prices might be very less and the supply will be more. Correct. Why? Because again, the production house wants to just clear the stock that they have. Why? Because those things might be perishable or they might not have that value in the near future which they have today. Correct. And the last one is not applicable in case of supply labor. In case of supply labor means that if you have labor who is ready and who is willing to work at lower wages, this might not be applicable, and vice versa also. Correct. So these were the 6 exceptions to the law of supply. Alright, so we have done the law of supply, we have done the assumptions put on the law of supply and some exceptions to the law of supply. Alright, I'll see you in the next video.